You didn't expect to see that, did you? Now, take a wild guess at what. Let's switch things up a bit. Take a wild guess at what kind of scene I shot today. Got any guesses? Any guesses at all? Let's switch that up a bit. That's a little bit better. All right, let's move this bad boy around a bit. There we go. Look, it's a shambles. World's coming into an end. Yeah, so I bet you all thought I wasn't streaming tonight, and it is like 11:36 in LA time, and I have, yes, holy shit indeed, problematic. I've just gotten back from set. I'm like, I haven't streamed today yet. Had to leave at like 3:30 to go to set. Just got finished. The makeup artist said, "Do you want me to take that off for you?" And I said, "Well, no, I haven't got time. I've got to rush home and do a live stream." So she gave me some makeup wipes to get this catastrophe off my face. So I'm at 7:37. What the hell are you doing up that early? So, whereabouts do you live, man? Are you in the UK? Like, you know, this wonderful app on the clock app of iPhone, which is the world clock, so I can tell that you're in London, or at least in the UK, based upon that lovely app. One of my friends who he bounces between Germany and London, and he never has a fucking clue. This guy's an intelligent guy. He's a very intelligent guy, but he never has a goddamn clue what time it is in LA. And I'm like, dude, he has an iPhone. I'm like, you literally press a button on this fucking thing, and it tells you what time it is anywhere in the world. It is so simple. Yet he can't figure it out. Frustrating. Very high IQ guy. Her Majesty says hello. Well, that's great. Great. I am not single-handedly destroying the West, by the way. Let me make that perfectly clear. I am not destroying the West on my own. And look, the West has been eroded away over the course of the last 40 to 50 years. We're just reaching a precipice. It's got nothing to do. It was eroding before I got here, you know. So obviously today I shot a Halloween scene, and I got to set, and unfortunately things are running a bit late because normally they don't have to put the dudes through makeup. Normally, but the guy before me was dressed up as Dracula or something, so he had to get makeup done. Another bloke from the Commonwealth, as a matter of fact, Mr. Quentin James, he was there. He'd be driving back to Las Vegas by now. Todd Wilson, good to see you. Good morning to you, at least. To me, it is still good evening. That's a good question. I could almost pass as a homeless person, an LA homeless person, mate. No, if I was an LA homeless person, I would. Oddly enough, a lot of LA homeless people don't look that homeless. It's weird. More I've seen, and there's like a ton of them. There's a bridge, like a freeway entrance just near me, where a bunch of homeless people hang out, and the local council or local government, or whatever you want to call it here in America, in their infinite wisdom, decided to install a porta potty there for all the homeless people. That's one way to solve the homeless problem, is to encourage it. Give them services, give them everything you want, keep them coming back. That's absolutely going to solve the problem. But yeah, so today was running a little bit late because we had a Dracula, and before me had to get his makeup done. So then, and they're normally budget times on porn shoots based upon like, only having girls in the makeup chair. The dudes never go in the makeup chair. This is literally the second time I've had to have makeup done ever on set. Actually, that's a lie. Third time. First time was for like a noir art house kind of thing back in Australia, where I was playing a private eye, and they actually gave me like legit, film makeup, powder and stuff like that. It was quite nice. Maybe look pretty good on camera. And the second time I ever got makeup, that was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. The second time I ever got makeup was only about 2 weeks ago when I was filming for this other director, and I ended up I got shot in the head. I was playing this character. Where Gav D, what's up? Good to see you. Todd, Gavin. Yes, correct. Problematic. The homeless people here do have iPhones. It is shocking. You know, people say that LA has a homeless problem. People say that LA has a homeless problem, and that's not true at all. LA has no problem at all getting homeless people here. LA is the world leader in attracting homeless people and keeping them around and letting them poop on the streets. Actually, no, that's a lie. San Francisco is the winner there. San Francisco lets them poop on the streets. So, where was I? Second time I ever had makeup done was for this director a few weeks ago. He was a mainstream director, and it was his first time shooting. He wanted to shoot like a porno, and it was kind of like a pet project. And I played this photographer who seduces his subject, and his subject is like this kind of virgin young girl. I think in the script she was a virgin, but I was taking like the photos I was taking of her, she was like a nude, so it seems a bit contradictory. And her father walks in, catches her giving me a BJ, and then he shoots me in the head. And so we had to do like a bullet wound on my head, which was really cool. Really freaking cool, the special effects. And they put like the blood in there and everything. And I had to do my own stunts as well. So I had to and they didn't have like any proper stunt mats either. It was a concrete fucking floor, like a warehouse. And this is like a mainstream crew too. You would think they would have like they would have taken a little bit better care of their talent. But they didn't have like a proper like safety mat. They literally had like some couch cushions. They laid like 2 couch cushions that were not even as tall as I am. Laid them on the floor behind me and wish me luck. So I had to fake like getting shot in the head, fall back, and not crack my skull on the concrete floor. And I had to do about 20 different takes of this, having never done any any stunt training in my life, just fucking winging it. First time I ever had, actually no, the second time I ever had to play dead. So you had to like mimic getting the recoil and then go like limp and let my body fall. That was actually quite fun. And then obviously today was the third time I've ever gotten makeup done in a porno or in general. And obviously I'm somewhat of a dead man, like a zombie kind of thing. And it was a script where I was surprising my wife or partner, or Mrs. whatever it was. We didn't really establish that in the script. Surprising my partner for Halloween. And I give her a jump scare, and then we have sex as zombies, because that's what you do. So, but I had no time. Didn't have enough time to take the makeup off, so I'll be doing that. Look at that. The bag disappears, kind of, in the green screen. These will be taking this off once I'm done with this live stream. So there you go. The fuck is with this guy? I don't know, Gavin. I don't know. Yeah, I probably should put stuntman on my resume now, because, you know, I can do all kinds of things. I can pretend that I got shot in the head. I can play a zombie, clearly. Thank you very much, Fusion. I am looking quite charming. And you know what the funnier thing was? So I got to set. Here's the thing with pornos, right? The call sheet, which is supposed to tell you all the details you need to know before you get to set, right? Exactly it's a call sheet is supposed to tell you exactly what to wear, what clothes to bring to for the various shots, what time to arrive, what state of and ideally what state of kemptness you should be in when you arrive. Now, I rock up, and old mate who was there before me, Dracula, he got to keep his beard. He got to keep his facial hair because he was just having a little bit of light powder done, making him look a bit dead. I have to have this whole situation being done, and I had a quite a lot more than a 5 o'clock shadow. Let's just say that. I had a couple of days worth of stubble going on, and I set the makeup artist was like, "All right, I'm ready for you." I sat down in the chair. I looked her in the eye. I was like, "Should I have shaved?" Because no one told me to shave. She was like, "Oh fuck, yes, I can't do this without you unless you have a clean shaven face." Oh, great, fantastic. So we had to send the PA out to the local 7-Eleven to get a Bic razor, come back, and then I had to shave in the sink with no shaving cream. I had to use shampoo as my shaving cream to give myself a nice close shave. Ball rush. I could have used one of your straight razors, to be perfectly honest. Would have been done in no time. Although with shampoo, I don't know if that would have been such a smart idea. Probably would have fucked myself up. Yes. I'm not the Punisher, although I can see how you made that mistake. I'm just simply a dead man. That is all. Screw you, Simon. I'm not going to say that word. So proceeded to shave myself with this 30-cent Bic razor and some shampoo in the change room, so that she could then apply this wonderful. I mean, most of it came off during the sex scene, as you can tell. This always happens, like, because I've got quite a pointy nose. I always eat. Well, in this case, all my makeup rubbed off my nose and onto the lady, as well as here. Normally, it's the other way around. Normally, it's the girl's makeup ends up on my nose from me making out with them. I get it off the cheek. It rubs off from there, like the blush on the cheeks ends up on my nose. The funniest thing was when you see black dudes. If you see black dudes making out with girls, like particularly white chicks, because the foundation is this skin color. And the black dudes have got like white powder all over their noses. It's like, cut, go to the makeup chair, gotta wipe it off, come back. Well, thank you. It's good. Well, I know that now, Colton. Sam shampoo was a decent substitute for shaving cream, and I was in a pinch. Never know. Fusion. I don't think I've ever had a serious. Oh no, I have had a. Well, it wasn't really an injury. It wasn't really an injury, but I'll tell you what happened. I uppercutted myself with a boat, is what happened. Let me explain. So, we were filming on a riverboat in England, and it was kind of moist, like damp morning, so the riverboat was, it wasn't dry. It hadn't been out in the sun. It was a little bit moist and somewhat slippery. So I was on the top deck of this riverboat, and the way the riverboats work, so here's like the main part of the boat, deck up here, and then like ladder leading down into the cabin. That's basically how a riverboat works. So we're doing the shot. I have some dialogue on the deck, and then I walk down into the cabin of the riverboat. And I took one step. I put 1 foot onto the ladder that's supposed to take me down to the cabin, and it must have been moist down in the cabin area as well, because the ladder just fucking slipped out from under my foot, and I proceeded to fall down with my full body weight onto the roof of the riverboat and connected with my jaw, effectively uppercutting myself with a boat. So, and then I like fell back onto the deck, and the crew were like mostly mainstream people. I think only the director had ever shot a porno before, and this was her script and everything. And her assistant director, he told me afterwards, he took one look at me, and it was like, because I laid there for a second, he took one look at me and concluded, oh, this guy's dead. He was just certain that I'd knocked myself out, and I was fucking, I was a goner. But I laid there for like a second, and I perked right back up again. I was like, oh, well, that's smart. All right, next take. Sorry, guys. Next take, let's go. And everyone basically fucking forced me to sit down for 5 minutes while they sandbagged the ladder for the next take. But that was really funny. That was a really funny set because in the morning, like I said, everyone on that set wasn't, they were all mainstream people. They'd never shot a porno before. And I was walking around introducing myself to people on set. And I introduced myself to the audio guy. And he turns to me and he says, "Oh yeah," because I was like, "Oh, you know, I'm the male lead for this little thing we're doing." And he turns to me and he's like, "Have you ever read this script? It almost sounds like a porno." and I turned to him, I was like, yeah, it does sound like, it does read like a porno, doesn't it? And then I walked straight to the assistant director, and I was like, does your crew not know what we're filming today? Because the audio guy doesn't know we're doing a porno. And then he had to go around and fucking tell everyone, by the way, there's going to be some pornographic material being filmed. You're going to see dick and balls, basically. So there you go. To answer your question, Fusion, that's the closest I've ever had to like a serious injury on set. Can't think of anything else. I know a guy who said his dick broken on set. That's fucking terrifying. Dick goes bright purple. Has to have a catheter down it. Jesus, it looked fucking. He showed me photos. It looks fucking awful. I know a guy. Oh, who was doing this? Kieran Lee. He was on set once. What did he do? He put his hand against a wind. That's right. He was leaning. He was fucking in this place, a shoot house we usually shoot in, and they have quite sturdy windows. Oh, at least they look quite sturdy. And I think he was getting a blowjob, or he was fucking this girl or something. And he put his hand. He just rested it on the window. He didn't push. Just rested it on the window, and he might have put a little bit of pressure on it, and the whole fucking window shattered and sliced his hand open. Just sharp panes of glass just sliced through his hand. And apparently he's a fucking trooper, because apparently he just bandaged it up and went back to it and finished the movie with like gushing blood coming out of his hand. It's freaking crazy. Well, look, we don't have moisture in Australia. It's a dry fucking desert. What do you expect me to call it? We don't have the necessary vocabulary to describe dew where I'm from. All right? Simple as that. Yes. Well, there you go. It is, and I'm actually gonna stop this live stream before it hits midnight, just so there's no confusion as to what day this stream was done in. So no one can tell me I didn't stream every day until I told you otherwise. And I've got to get this fucking makeup off. So there you have it. Quick one today. Hope you enjoyed the stories. And see you next time with a clean face.